Hey guys, Matteo here. Welcome back to a new video. We're in Madrid today to test out the Sirui Saturn 35mm full frame anamorphic. This is for the L mount, so it's native to the Blackmagic 6K full frame. It's a great lens, really cool build quality. We're gonna shoot around Madrid today. We're gonna try to get some flares out of this lens. We're gonna also shoot at night in Gran Via. I also have diopters because this lens, unfortunately, minimal focus is 0.9 meter, which is a bummer, but with diopters you kind of fix the problem, even though once you put even the +1 you're not going to be able to focus to infinity. Hopefully guys, you're going to have a nice overview of this lens. Still impressive because this lens is under $1,500, so when you think that you can shoot full frame 6K raw anamorphic under $4,000 because $2,500 the pocket plus $1,500, $1,300 the Sirui. It's pretty insane. And by the way guys, yes, Sirui sent me this lens. I didn't pay for this lens, but they didn't sponsor any video. They didn't pay me to say anything. This is just my honest opinions. Also guys, since so many people asking me what kind of card I use, today I'm using Extreme Series 660GB CF Express by Nova chips. They're pretty reliable. Their sustainer speed is pretty accurate actually. They're not gonna claim something that you're not gonna have. So this is my 4th time using them. Never had a problem. They run smoothly and pretty good. I'm gonna leave the links in the description. So guys, now we are trying to get some flares. One thing to keep in mind, this lens is T2.9. It's not the fastest lens, but to be honest, it's not a huge deal. This camera does pretty well in low light. I love the fact that it doesn't go too crazy on flares. They're very controlled. And by the way, this is a 35mm with neutral lens flares. So you have also the model with blue lens flare. So with this 35mm, but pretty much with even the 50 and the 75, you can have a bit of distortion. Of course, you have compromise. It's not. There's a reason why it doesn't cost $60,000. You know, if you start filming inside, like in a room or like in a living room, you're gonna see some like pretty crazy distortion going on. And in this case, also, if I'm shooting, you know, through the rail, once I step back, like kind of like this, yeah, you're gonna see them going all the way like this. So this is something to keep in mind. Of course, guys, this is the perfect lens for those wide-angle shots. Because being the focus, minimal focus so distant, it's gonna be tricky even to have a nice shallow depth of field. With diopters it helps and it works pretty well. I think anamorphic shooting is better for like commercial shoot and stuff where you can shot list your video. So let's say you have like a close-up, you do 10 close-up and then you do 10 wide, so you can put diopters for the close-up. But if you are around shooting documentary, shooting travel films, whatever, it's a little bit tricky. So one thing that this lens has that I'm noticing right away is that it has a very warm look. It's definitely warmer than Sigmas and other modern lenses, so it's something that I like. Here I'm using it with the Tiffen Pro Mist quarter and an easy 6-stop ND. I really like what I'm seeing actually so far. So this is the closest that I can get to her. And by the way guys, this lens is a 1.6x anamorphic. So with the Blackmagic 6K full frame, you basically have to shoot not anamorphic, but I'm shooting 6K open gate. And 6K open gate is gonna automatically discrease in camera with a 1.6. And once you're gonna bring it into DaVinci, it's gonna look exactly what you see in camera. And it's a nice 2:40 aspect ratio. So I bought this Hoya close-up 2 HMC. 58mm, which is the diameter of the lens. So basically this is a +2 diopter. So with this one, you're gonna get very close. Of course, you're not gonna have your infinity focus, so your infinity focus is gonna be maybe 2 meters away. But at least you're gonna have a nice shallow depth of field. I think they're definitely worth it. Okay. I'm at T2.9 +2 diopter, 6-stop ND, and the Tiffen Black Pro Mist quarter. That looks fantastic. Now, if you want to get to infinity, this is infinity focus, and this is your closest focus. Very small range. So this is why I was never a huge fan of shooting anamorphic. It's a very specific look. I love this lens, I love the look for some project, but I'm still a big spherical guy. And this guy, just to give you an idea of what you can do with this lens and diopters. It's not a commercial, it's not a movie, it's just some random shot in Madrid, but now there's a nice, beautiful soft light. This one is already looking pretty amazing with just the battery Natural Rec 709 out of the camera. Okay, this is how close I can go with a 4 diopter. Plus 4 diopters. Vai usando? It's flaring, but it's very soft as I mentioned before, so I'm actually quite happy. Hey guys, a quick update. We just been to this amazing bar, as you can see from the footage. The lighting was amazing. So I used the diopters to shoot some close-up of Corinne having a drink and to get some close-up shot. I was ISO 1250. I think it was pretty dark, but it looked amazing in camera. See, these are very green lights. Okay. If you point it straight at street lights, it flares, but it's still very contained. +50 centimeter with infinity focus for the +2 diopters. It's gonna get you really nice shallow depth of field. All day filming with the Sirui 35mm Satur on the Blackmagic 6K full frame. What can I say? It's an amazing lens for sure. I love the build quality. I love how you can operate the focus and the aperture super smoothly. I love how compact it is. Of course, and he has his drawback. For some people, T2.9 it could be too slow. 0.9 meter minimal focus, it's quite a bit. So you need diopters for sure. The problem is that you always have to put a diopter, take it out. It doesn't look like a modern lens to me. It looks, yes, that vintage vibe, vintage look. A little bit more on the warm side. There's distortion, of course. But if you're filming in the street outside, wide angle shot, even with the subject in there, it's not gonna be as bad. At the end of the day, for $1,400, I think it's a great deal if you wanna start getting to the anamorphic. Again, I love the anamorphic look. It's very specific. That's why I invested on Leica R, because Leica R, I can shoot anything from a corporate documentary, feature film, anything. But at this price point, you should definitely consider it because it's really, really good. Time to go to bed because here it's almost midnight and we started shooting at 3. See you guys the next video.